Hey guys, welcome to day 5 of our mini challenge in collection framework. I hope you have completed all the tasks till day 4. What is that we have seen till now? To start with, we have got an introduction to collection framework. Then we learnt about set interface and the implementation classes of set interface, how to use them with simple examples. Then we learnt how to add user-defined object to ArrayList and also how to retrieve the data from an ArrayList using iterator and list iterator. Then we moved on to set interface and their implementation classes. We have also seen few examples relevant to set interface. Okay. Now, what is that we are going to learn today? In this video, let us learn how to sort the elements of a list or set if they are having user-defined objects. My dear guys, when we were working with ArrayList, when we want to sort the elements, we used collections.sort method. In that case, the type of the list was either integer or double or string. They are all inbuilt types. What if my list is having user-defined objects? As in, my list is having employee objects. If I use collections.sort method, it will get a confusion whether to sort with name or with city or with salary or with department. So for this, there are two techniques through which you can sort the elements of an array list that has user-defined objects, that is custom objects. In this video, we will be discussing about one technique. First, let me explain this and then we will start the coding. Okay. If you want to sort the elements of a list or set, then you can use two interfaces. One is comparable and the other one is comparator. We will be discussing about comparator in the next video. Now, let us understand what is comparable and how to use this comparable for sorting the elements of a list. This comparable is an interface. It is a functional interface. It means it has only one single abstract method. The method in comparable is compare_to, which takes object as parameter. The return type is an int value. You might be wondering, when I compare, it has to either return true or false. But why it is returning an int value? The idea here is, if the objects are same, it will return 0. If the first object is alphabetically in higher order, then it will return a positive value. If the first object is in alphabetically lower order, it will return a negative value. While doing the coding part, you will understand it. How will we use comparable for sorting the elements? Let me explain it. Let us have a product class. In all the previous examples, we were working with employee. So this time, let us use product. The properties of product are product name, product ID, brand, price and category. Okay. Now, I want to add the list of products to an array list. So, directly I can use the method arrays.asList and I can pass a list of product objects. New product of, new product of. We need to pass parameters. Now my list is ready. Assume the return type here is array list of products. Okay. If I try to iterate it and print it, it will print in the same order in which it was inserted. Now I want to sort the list of products, first using product name, then using price, that is from the lowest price to the highest price, and then using category. How this can be achieved? For this, we will be using comparable interface. Comparable is from java.lang package. So these are the steps that we need to follow. First step is, your product class should implement comparable. The next step is, you need to override compare to method by passing product as parameter. What is the implementation that you will provide for compare to method? You are just going to compare the properties with which you want to sort the product objects. As in, if I want to sort the products by product name, the product should be sorted in alphabetical order as per the product name. So, you can provide the implementation in compare to method. The next step is, before iterating, you simply call collections.sort method. Already we have learned, if my array list is having the type as string, integer, boolean or character, any inbuilt type, all these classes are already implementing comparable. So the elements will be sorted automatically in natural ordering. That is either in alphabetical order or in ascending order. Now in our case, we have explicitly implemented comparable and we are providing the implementation for compare to. Then we can call collections.sort method. Now I will pass products. I hope you can see this. So this is the last line. I will write it over here. Collections.sort by passing products. Then after that, if you try to iterate, automatically you will get the list of products sorted in alphabetical order of the product name. If you want to sort by price, then again you need to change the implementation. Now let us try this out. I'll go to Eclipse. Okay. Let us get started. Select the package. Right click, new class. Let me give the package name as list sort. The class name is product. First let us create the class for which we want to do the sorting. First let me add the instance variables. I have added all the properties: product name, brand, category, price and product ID. Let me go and add the default constructor, parameterize constructor, getter setter methods and toString. Generate toString. Okay. The next step is, let us create a class that has public static void main and we will create an array list having a set of products. So select your package, right click, new class. Compare sort demo. Select public static void main, click finish. Okay. Already we have learned how to you create an array list. The method is arrays.asList by passing a list of product objects. Pass the values as per the constructor: product name, brand, category, price and product ID. Let me add few products. Now we have added few products to our list. See the return type of this particular method, arrays.asList. The return type is a list of product. If I want to have it explicitly as ArrayList, just like what I have given over here, then I need to downcast it. Before arrays.asList, I need to add ArrayList. Okay. The reason why they have given it as a list is, later on, if you want to convert it into an array list, you can do that. If you want to convert it into a linked list, that also is possible. Fine. Now let me go back to the code. Let me use list only. List of products is equal to. Okay. After this, let me add a dummy println statement. Let me print it. Let us iterate the list and print it. I am going to use for each only. Before doing sorting, let us see what is the result, and after sorting we will see what is the result. First import list, use for each. Okay, automatically it is giving me the content assist. Let me print the product object. Product. Save. Run this. Now here we have got the output. The elements are printed as per the insertion order. In whichever order that you have added, the elements are getting printed like that. This is the basic one. Now we want to sort the elements of the products list by name. So the first step is go to the product class, make the class implement comparable. Comparable is a functional interface. It is from java.lang package. Let me give control space. You can see the import. It is expecting the generic type. We are sorting the elements of products. So the generic type here is product. Keep the cursor here and add unimplemented methods. You are going to provide functionality for compare to method. Okay. So when I showed there, I showed it as compare to by taking object as parameter. If you are not adding product, then compare to will come with object only. Let me show it to you. Suppose I missed to add this. Keep the cursor, add unimplemented methods. See the type that is getting passed. Because you have not passed the type as product, it is taking the generic type as object. Now let me remove this. I will go and add angle bracket product. Now keep the cursor here, add unimplemented methods, come down. Now let us give the implementation. I want to sort the elements of my list of products using the product name. Okay. So the variable name here is O. Let me change it to prod. What we are going to do is, we will be comparing the object that is calling this method. So what is the object that is in the current class? That is referred to as this. I want to sort by the product name. This is my current object. From the current object, I need to get the product name. So the method is dot get product name. So this is my object. With my object, I am going to compare the product, whatever is coming in the parameter. This dot get product name is a string. With that, we are going to compare product dot get product name. I hope it is clear. I will repeat it. Within this method, we need to compare two objects. The current object, that is which is in the first location, is trying to compare itself to the second object that is coming within the parameter. So the current object here is represented using this keyword. We are calling it using this dot get product name. Dot compare to. See this compare to method. It is from the string class. How actually string compares the values? It is comparing the values lexicographically. Meaning to say that in a dictionary, your alphabet starts from A till Z. Similar to that, string class also is going to perform the same operation. Let me show it to you. Let it be like this. Let me click on compare to. Because you are comparing two strings, it will take you to the string class. Click on this. See, I am trying to call this dot get product name. I am retrieving my product name. Dot compare to prod dot get product name. So I have got the second product name also. So what internally it is going to do? It is taking the current value and the other value, converting it into one byte array. Then it starts comparing it using a particular algorithm. So what exactly it is doing it? You see here, it is checking whether the first one is lexicographically less than the second one. Guys, that's what I told you. Lexicographically means whether it is in the same order just like in the dictionary. If it is not, based on that, it will return a int value. So what will be the value that will be returned? I already told you this. If both the strings are same, it will return 0. If the first string is in the upper hand, it will return 1. If the second string is in the upper hand, then it will return a negative value. See the description of this method on the top. Compares two strings lexicographically. You don't have to go in depth into it. You just understand how to implement the method. So, we are comparing this dot get product name dot compare to prod dot get product name. Okay. I need to return this value. Return. Let me remove the last line. Save it. So we have completed the first two steps, step 1 and step 2. Now the next step is we need to call collections.sort in the main class. Let me open the main class. Let me call the static method collections.sort by passing the name of the list, products. Okay, I hope this is clear. Even though I am calling collections.sort by passing products, internally we are using one particular property for comparing the objects in a list. In our case, it is product name. The data type can be any inbuilt type. It can be string or integer or boolean character. All these classes by default they are implementing comparable and they are overriding compare to method and writing the logic to compare two values. So you don't have the headache of writing all the code that is written over here in string class. If you are using any other programming language, you need to write this logic to compare two values. Even when you are learning about data structures and algorithm, so they ask you to write a code to compare two string values. Now we don't have to do that. We can use the inbuilt method which is already available. That is compare to. Compare to is the inbuilt method to compare two strings or integer values or float values or double values and so on. Okay. Now after calling collections.sort, again let me use a for loop. Save it and run this. Let me maximize the console. Here you can see the second output. So the products are sorted in alphabetical order of product name. Okay. Now what if I want to sort by category? Again what I need to do? I have to go to that class and go and change the implementation. Is it not difficult? If you go to any e-commerce site, there is a sort option which says that sort by title, sort by price, that is from the lowest price to a higher price, or sort by brand. All these are available. Every time nobody is going to change in the code again and again. But in this case, if I want to sort by category, I need to comment this line and I have to write the next line. If I want to sort by price, I need to comment this and write the next line. Is it a right approach? No. For this purpose only, when you want to have multiple sort options, we will be using another interface called as comparator. We will be talking about comparator in detail in the next video. Okay. As of now, let us try few more use cases. Now what is that I want to sort? Sort by category. So the method is this dot get category dot compare to prod dot get category. Okay. Save. No changes in the main class. Run it again. Maximize the console. Now we can see the products are sorted by category in alphabetical order. What if I want to do the sorting in reverse alphabetical order? In the product class, now instead of giving this dot category, start with prod dot get category dot compare to this dot get category. Save it without doing any changes in the main class. Run the application. Now you will get the list of products sorted by category in reverse alphabetical order. It starts with toys and ends with apparels. I hope this is clear. We will see the next use case. I want to sort the products by price. That is from a lower price to a higher price. Let me go to the product class. I'll comment this. Here the data type of price is double. Can I call compare to on primitive value? It is not possible. Explicitly you need to convert it into a wrapper class object double D capital. If you are using int, convert it into integer object. If you are using long, convert it into long, L capital. Only if they are wrapper class objects, they are implementing comparable, the sorting will happen automatically. You cannot compare primitive values using compare to method. First let us see the error. Return this dot get price. See the return type. It is double primitive data type. Dot. Do you get any options? No. This means you cannot compare primitive values. So let us convert it into wrapper class object. You can do it in the same line or you can do it step by step. First let me explain it step by step. Double T price. That is this dot get price. Similarly, let me get the second price also. That actually is not required. Automatically it will be converted, but still I will add it. O price is equal to product dot get price. Now let us do the comparison. T price dot compare to. See now this compare to method is from double wrapper class and it is also taking double as parameter. Enter. Let me click on compare to method. No, it is from double class. What is the logic that they are using? Double dot compare, comparing two values. If you click on compare, it will go on and on. This is the logic that we need to do. But internally it is taken care by double class. So we don't have to explicitly write this code. We will be calling the methods only to do the comparison. Okay, D1 less than D2 means it has to return -1. If D1 is greater, it has to return +1. Okay, again go back. So this is one way of doing it. Or directly I can write it in one single line. Return this dot get price. This returns a double value. I need to auto box it. So in front of this, I will add double D capital. Now if I give dot, automatically I am getting compare to method. Because the first parameter is auto box to double wrapper class object. Compare to, this time it is enough that I will give prod dot get price. That's it. Okay. Either you can do it step by step or you can write it in one single line. Let me save this and I will run it. Let me maximize the console. Now you should get the product list sorted from a lower price to a higher price. Fine. Sometimes I also get few questions. Suppose say if the category is same, then I want to sort by title. Is it possible that can be achieved using comparable? Yes, you can do that. The idea here is, now here I am having two products which is of type electronics. If the category is same, then I want to sort by product name. How this can be done? In the same line, you need to write the logic. That's all. Go to the product class. Again, I will comment this. First, let us write the logic for this. If the category is same, then sort by product name. So, let us check it out. If this dot get category dot compare to prod dot get category, if they are same, how will you know whether they are same or not? The value should be equal to 0. If it is 0, then you need to sort by product name. Okay, so I'll copy this return statement. Else, compare using this one. If you feel that this is too much, you are rewriting the code again and again, you convert this into integer variable and check for 0 and return that variable. Let me show it to you. As in, I can write it as int result is equal to this dot get category dot compare to prod dot get category. It's giving me an error, unreachable code, because already we are returning the result. Na? I'll comment this. Then if result double equal to 0, then return this dot get product name dot compare to prod dot get product name. Or else what I have to do? Simply return result. If you want, you can add a else statement also. Now let me go to the main class. Okay, I have added 2 more products. Let me run this. Maximize the console. Okay. First it has to sort by category. It is sorting by category. Then if the category is same, sort by the product name. See here, HMTW. The elements are sorted by product name. So either you can use this code or you can use this code. This is too much, so I converted into a simpler optimized way. If you are using the inbuilt types like string, integer, double D capital, long, you need to compare only one single type. In case of string, in alphabetical order. In case of numbers, it is ascending order. So it is enough that string implements comparable and it can provide the implementation to compare the strings in lexicographical order. Similarly, in case of numbers, you can use compare to check whether a number is greater than or lesser than the other number. That is the only criteria. But if you are using custom objects like employee object, in this case, your object has many properties with different data types. As in, the data type can be string or double or int or character. So in that case, explicitly you need to specify with what property you want to sort. So based on that, if you want to sort by a property which is of type string, string is already implementing comparable, sorting can be done. If you want to sort by double, double is also implementing comparable, so sorting can be done. Your duty is just to inform with what you want to sort. Whether you want to sort by category or sort by product name or sort by price. But you can have only one single sort sequence. That you need to remember. Let me open the double class. I will scroll up to the top just to show you that double implements comparable and it is also having the generic type as double, just like how we have added to our product class. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now it is task time. Let me open the task for today. So these are the tasks for day 5. Choose a domain model of your choice. You can try one or both or all these. In the first one is doctor. Already you have completed the doctor application. You can work on the same application or you can replicate it. First one is get the list of doctors by specialty. My dear guys, when we were seeing the example, we did the sort operation on the complete list of products. But in this case, you need to perform a functionality before sorting. That is, you need to get the list of doctors by specialty. Only on that particular list of doctors, you are going to do the sorting operation. Okay. Not on the complete list. Please remember that. So don't add 2 doctors and do the sorting. Have at least some 10 doctors and then get the doctors by specialty. You may be having some 5 doctors now and then do the sorting. If you are having 2 doctors, then there is no use. Why I am informing this is, I have encountered these kind of scenarios in my training. So I am just giving a heads up. Print the doctor details with names in alphabetical order. So you will be comparing the doctor name. Get the list of doctors by specialty and experience. So this is the functionality that you will perform. After that, you need to do collections.sort and then iterate it and print it. Here it is highest experience to lowest experience. This means experience is of data type int. Don't use integer. You should use only int. Then while comparing, convert it into integer object and do the operation. The next one, book. Get the list of books by author. Print only the book details with lowest price to highest price. Just like what we have done in the previous case, you can try it out. Get the list of books by category. First, you perform this functionality. Now I want to print only title and author with title in alphabetical order. It's way too simple. You just want only the title and author means while printing, you call book.getTitle and book.getAuthor. Then only those two will be printed. Get the list of books by title, starting with and price less than. Again, this is a functionality which you would have done earlier. You are just going to print the book details with price from highest to lowest. You can try all these by changing the return statement again and again. Guys, it's not a separate method. All these has to be done only in one single method by modifying the return statement in both the cases. Why? Because our book class or doctor class is implementing comparable. There is only one single method you can compare. That is compare to method. Within that you are going to write the logic. You will be commenting it and trying all these functionalities one by one. Okay. Similar to doctor and book, you can try with student, mobile, furniture and movie. In case of student, you can have name, student ID, city, department. Then in case of mobile, name, brand, price and category, just like what we have done for product. Furniture, it is furniture name, furniture type, ID, brand. Movie, already we have discussed it when we were working with the other application. Movie ID, movie name, genre, language, cost. Actually cost for 2. This is double. So you can try all these examples. Please do share your answers in the comments or in my community. Okay, guys, I hope it is clear. In today's session, we have learned how to sort the elements in an array list if it is having user defined object. For this, we have made our domain model class, implement comparable and override compare to method. In this case, we have used the static method collections.sort. This comparable is from java.lang package. It is a functional interface. When you use comparable, you can get only single sort sequence. In this case, it is sorting first by category, then by name. This happens internally, not on the user request. So, this is single sort sequence. If you want to perform multiple sort sequence, then we need to use comparator. We will be discussing about comparator in the next video. As always, keep learning, stay curious. Let us learn, code and grow together. Thank you.